And that will keep the inning alive for Canute. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Rogers at second. She'll flip to first in time for out number 3, and the inning will come to a close. Madison Taylor, the shortstop, grounding out. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on board. Half inning of play in the books. Mangum coming to bat. Canute with nothing on the board.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Dusty Pence leading it off here in inning number 1 for the Mangum Lady Tigers. She'll be followed by J.C. Nippert and then Kyra Hussey. The first pitch to Pence, taken for a ball. Count 1-0. Now she'll look at a strike. The count level at 1-1 on Dusty. Just underway and a quick start here this afternoon. Didn't think we were going to start till 5 and got underway at about 4:48 or thereabouts. Not going to complain about that. The quicker we play, the sooner we get home, right? I think that's the idea of Richard, in anticipation of the regional tournament, which gets underway on Thursday. Pence, little pop-up behind home plate, and that'll get out of play, and the count going to stay at 1-2. It always amazes me. That ball hits off top, and people duck as though it weighs 1,000 pounds, and it's going to come through and crush their skull. Of course, as soon as I say that, somehow Dusty will hit one up here that will rattle around inside the old broadcast booth, knock over my camera, and probably hit me. Pence, ground ball towards short. Couple of hops. Throw going to be in time for out number 1. That is a nice play by the shortstop for this group from Canute, and that is Bailey Wagner. So Wagner with the defensive play on Pence, her opposite number. And there's one up, one down for Mangum here in the first. J.C. Nippert now will step in. Nippert showing bunt, and that is a foul ball, 0-1 on J.C. A little bit different look to the lineup this afternoon. I think, Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is in deference to the fact that we are doing Senior Day here today. So, oh, now I can hear myself. Did that come from you?
Yeah, I thought I hit keep score and I hit broadcast.
Little hop over to first base. Stepping on the bag for out number 2 will be Carly Morgan. So 2 up, 2 down for Mangum here in inning number 1. That's a little disconcerting when you hear what you just said a moment ago, especially if you didn't say something correctly. So here's Kyra Hussey now. First pitch to Hussey. Downstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Kyra, the center fielder. And I was looking at the shirts down there. 7 seniors graduating here this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay. We say graduating. Of course, it's their final regular season home game. Hussey, ground ball right back to the pitcher, and fielding her position nicely is Strain. And 3 up, 3 down for Mangum in their half of inning number 1. There's no score. We head to the second. Mangum and Canute. Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Quartzview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall. Stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Quartzview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Quartzview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
Classic Hits 97.7 back here at Mangum High School softball field. We get ready for inning number 2, and it'll be Brianna Elliott leading off for these Trojanettes. Strike one to Elliott. So Katie gave us the kiss of death there. That first inning lasted a total of 4 minutes. 4 minutes for the whole inning. There's a ground ball back through the middle, and that'll be the second hit of the afternoon for the Trojanettes, as Elliott did a good job of just slapping that one right back through the middle. So the leadoff runner aboard here in inning number 2 for Canute. They got an infield single in the first inning, couldn't do anything with it. And now get a leadoff runner aboard here in the second. Little bunt towards third base. That is a foul ball. Maddie Lively standing in fair territory, but the ball in foul territory when she touched it. So foul ball there. And the count going to be 0-1 on the batter. It's Carly Morgan. Morgan, the first baseman, made a nice play defensively in the bottom half of inning number 1. It's to Morgan outside for a ball. The count 1-1. I know Richard got there's a pop-up on the infield. Lively calls forward at third, makes the catch for out number 1. So one gone now for Canute here in inning number 2. Good to see Maddie out there playing third base and making the plays. You need one of these lineups? You got everybody? All right. There's a cold strike. And the count on Abby Janning is 0-1. Janning, the extra hitter here this afternoon for the Trojanettes. They'll begin regional play on Thursday as well. Fastball called for a strike. Janning didn't like the call. And it's 0-2 on Abby. Over at first base, Brianna Elliott. 0-2 pitch on the way here. Foul out of play. And the count will stay 0-2. Mattingly Carney proudly showing to her mother peanut M&Ms that she probably is not supposed to have. But somehow coaxed somebody into getting them for her. 0-2 pitch here. Had a notion, did Janning. Good job of laying off the pitch in the dirt. And the count now 1-2. Haven't had a chance to set the defense for you, but we will now. Sydney Webb is on the mound. Her battery mate is Nicole Rogers. Pitch on the way, and again fouled. And, good play by Rogers to go get that one up against the screen. Did not think that Sarah Rogers, or Nicole Rogers rather, would have enough room to make that catch, but she stayed with it and picked it off the screen for out number 2. So Webb, the pitcher, Rogers, the catcher, over at first base as we check that lineup for you. Off-speed pitch up high to Sydney Thrasher, and it's 1-0 on Thrasher. Thrasher, the 8th place hitter and the right fielder this afternoon. Taylor Panetta over there at first base this afternoon. There's a cold strike. The count level at 1-1. Sarah Rogers at second. As we told you, Maddie Lively over here at third. The shortstop, Dusty Pence. Pitch on the way, line shot foul down the left field line. And the count now will go to 1-2 on Thrasher. The outfield from left to right will include J.C. Nippert, Kyra Hussey, and Kayla Reese. Talked about Lively the last time we saw Maddie. She was taking one off the coconut. Suffered a concussion, had to go get her head examined. I had that happen once. They didn't find anything. Thanks for asking. Count now 2-2 on Sydney Thrasher. By the way, it's that kind of comedy you'll find every morning 6 to 9 Michael in the Morning Classic hits 97.7. 2-2 pitch on the way here. And again, foul and out of play. It'll stay 2-2. And Katie, one of our tried and true listeners, laughing, going, yeah, he's not lying about that, sports fans. So the count 2-2 here. Sydney Webb has got a strikeout in the ballgame, looking for her second, trying to end the inning right here. Runner at first base with 2 gone. Absolutely gorgeous Monday afternoon. The ground ball that Pinedo will make the play, and Tyler will step on the bag for out number 3. So no runs in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on board. And we have played an inning and a half. There is no score. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
And Sarah Rogers' first pitch swinging, and she'll lash one into left field for a base hit. So the leadoff runner aboard here for Mangum in inning number 2. Rogers hit that ball hard, and that'll bring Sydney Webb to the plate. Sydney looks at one upstairs for a ball in the count 1-0, and Katie turned on that fan, and oh, I am so happy. Wind blowing out towards left field, so if Webb and company can get one up in the air that way, it will carry. Sydney, good hack there, but it's down the right side and foul. And the count 1-1. Mangum with the first base runner of the afternoon. It's Sarah Rogers over at first base. Nobody out here in the second. There's a shot into right field. That'll be a base hit. Runner's going to advance. That's Rogers to third. Throw behind her. Not in time. And Sarah's in there standing up. She was off for the pitch. Nice job by Kyra Hussey. Hit that ball. All right, back at Mangum, and a temporary lapse of insanity there as we get set for the bottom half of inning number 3. No score between Mangum and Canute. Senior day activities going on here. And leading it off for Mangum in their half of inning number 3 will be Nicole Rogers. And go back to the top of the order and Dusty Pence. So Canute has had runners in each of the first 3 innings as they've gotten a base hit in every frame, but unable to get anything across the plate. Kristen Wright in the top of the 3rd inning actually made it to second base, but was left stranded there. So the count on Nicole Rogers goes to 1-0. 1-0 on Rogers should be followed by Dusty Pence and J.C. Nippert. Good to have you alongside as we celebrate Senior Day here. Found back to the screen, the count level at 1-1. Regional tournament getting underway on Thursday here in Mangum. Noon start time, and I haven't put the fear into my boss yet, but I've got court in Kiowa County at 10:30. I don't know that I'll be done in time. So, boss, you may have to start the ball game. Cold strike here, and the count now 1-2. I say that because I thought I was going to be able to get my supervisor from my daytime job to cover for me. He informed me today I won't be at court. It's all yours. Ground ball at third base. Rogers hit it hard, and she'll be aboard as that one rolled up the arm of the third baseman. And unable to make the play was Haley Shrunk, so the error on the third baseman. And the leadoff runner aboard here in inning number 3 for Mangum. Lady Tigers coming into the ball game 22-5. Lost a couple of ball games last week and bounced back and were able to beat Elk City in a ball game that they moved up to Thursday because of the inclement weather. 0-1 on Pence. Dusty granted a shorter first time around. Dusty hit this one hard, gets by the shortstop into left field, and that'll put runners at first and second with nobody out. So Dusty Pence that time able to put it between first and second base. And now here comes J.C. Nippert. Nippert handles the bat extremely well. Don't be surprised if Richard doesn't have her put down a bunt. Looking on my camera work here, it was tough Friday night. Nippert does show bunt. She take it for a strike. It's 0-1. Over there at Will Husband Stadium in Hollis, we had a screen in front of us, and the camera wanted to focus on that screen, and there was nothing we could do. 0-1 pitch upstairs. The count level now at 1-1. Canute, a top 10 in class. They're still Class B, aren't they? Yeah. So they're a top 10 team as well. There's a little bunt out in front of home plate. Great job by Nippert. They will get her by a step over at first base, but I tell you what, Nippert couldn't have put that one down any more perfectly. Pence will go to second, and Nicole Rogers to third. One gone now for Kyra Hussey. Great sacrifice there by J.C. Nippert. Hussey now a chance to drive home a couple of runs. Got a huge gap on that right side. Hits this one foul on the left side, though, and it's 0-1. We thought that Tyler Panetta had a base hit and a couple of RBI to end the bottom half of inning number 2. Hit the ball hard towards right field, but the second baseman, Brianna Elliott, went a long way, made the play, and got Panetta by a step over at first base. Hussey takes one outside for a ball. The count 1-1 now on Kyra. Of course, big news for football fans of orange and black, and I'm not talking about the Mangum Tigers, but talking about Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. There's a bunt by Hussey that will roll foul. The count now 1-2 on Kyra. Baker Mayfield named as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns today by Hugh Jackson. And Mayfield will get his first NFL start this weekend against the Oakland Raiders. Those guys might be laying in wait for him. 1-2. Fastball upstairs, and the count leveled at 2-2. I also was dismayed to learn that this is the final week of the regular season of Major League Baseball. Hussey takes down low and outside, and the count full 3-2. My hapless Kansas City Royals nowhere near the postseason. I'll have to enjoy the final 6 games. Hussey goes upstairs, can't catch up with the heat. 2 gone now for Mangum. So the Lady Tigers, for the second straight inning, have put runners at second and third. And back in the second, they couldn't get anybody to come home. Now with 2 gone, it'll be up to Sarah Rogers. Rogers is solid single her first time around. Sarah out in front of that off-speed pitch. And it's 0-1 on Rogers. Sarah was sitting dead red there and got the off-speed pitch and waved at it. Takes a strike here as well, and the count 0-2. Give Strain credit. She's an excellent pitcher and has been able to get it done in the clutch here. Rogers late on that one. It'll get out of play. And the count will stay at 0-2. Occasionally hear the whistles from the football field not far from us. Mangum playing on Friday night against Frederick. Another foul ball. This one down the third base line, and we'll go back, Jack, and do it all over again. Mangum a big win on Friday night over there at Hollis. The Mayor's Trophy on the line. I wasn't in the know. I didn't know about the Mayor's Trophy. 0-2 pitch to Rogers, laid off that one, and the count now leveled at 1-2. The football team really building off that momentum that they collected with that come from behind win in week number 3 against Apache. Rogers looks at the ball here, and the count now 2-2 on Sarah. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch, and for the second straight inning, Mangum comes up empty after putting runners at second and third. No runs, a couple of hits, one error, and 2 runners left on board. We have played 3, and there is no score. Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Got a good one going on here this afternoon between Canute and the Mangum Lady Tigers as we go to the fourth inning. And there is no score. By the way, Canute is a Class A team. They came into the ball game with a record of 23-8 under the direction of Brian Bingham. I'm just kind of looking through the schedules to find common opponents. Sentinel jumps off the page. Lady and Duke as well. Both teams have played Hobart. So a quality pair of ball clubs here and a quality game in progress. Sydney Webb gets a strike on Madison Taylor. Taylor leading it off here in inning number 4 for Canute. Canute base runners in each inning. They unable to score. Pitch outside. No, they called it a strike. And the count now 0-2 on Madison Taylor. They, of course, will be our longtime friend Bill Ferguson. 0-2 pitch on the way. That one's fouled out of play, and the count will stay 0-2. Sydney Webb, a couple of strikeouts in the ball game. She struck out Bailey Wagner to begin the contest and then struck out Wagner in the third. Her only 2 strikeouts against the leadoff hitter for this group from Canute. Pitch outside, and that'll run the count to 1-2. Plenty of time for you to get out here and be a part of senior day activities, by the way. Webb's 1-2 pitch on the way. Popped up right side. Rogers battling the sun. She'll give way to the right fielder. And play is made by Kayla Reese for out number 1. What they will do here is they'll play this varsity ball game, then follow it up with a JV contest, and then they'll have the senior day night activities. Fastball inside, the count 1-0 on Brianna Elliott, the second baseman. Elliott, a nice defensive play in the ball game. She also singled in her only plate appearance. 1-0 count. Fouled out of play, and the count level at 1-1. One of the things that you'll notice on Thursday, I would guess, is that you're not going to be able to park on the highway like you have been. We certainly know by the time slow pitch season begins next spring, that will be the case because they're building ways for you not to be able to do that. Little looper back to the pitcher. Webb fields her position nicely for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth for Canute. It's always one of those things that's really hard to judge, especially for an infielder and a pitcher that close. Gal takes a big hack at the ball, and they catch it off the end of the bat, and it looks like it's come smoking at you. You got your glove out there. You're poised to make the catch, and it takes about a day to get to you. Called strike on Kaylee Morgan. Count on Morgan is 0-1. Kaylee, the third baseman, or first baseman rather, she has popped out to the third baseman here at the same time. Ground ball towards Rogers at second. She'll get down, field, flip, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Canute in their half of the fourth inning. Nothing doing for the Trojanettes. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth frame. There is no score. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Sydney Webb, Maddie Lively, and Tyler Panetta due up here in inning number 4 for Mangum. Webb singled her first time around. Pitch on the way from Strain. Little bouncer over the third baseman's head and into left field. Good piece of hitting there by Sydney Webb. Just chopped at that softball and bounced it over the third baseman. Second straight hit for Sydney. She's aboard with nobody out for Maddie Lively. Katie Hussey going to come in and courtesy run as she did the first time around. Well, beautiful day weather-wise here today. And I'm kind of glad we don't have softball coming up on Wednesday because it's supposed to be a raw day. Maybe 61 for a high is what they're telling us. Got a pinch hitter here. Victoria Geralds will step in. Victoria batting in the place of Maddie Lively. Takes inside for a ball. That'll run the count to 2-0. Showing bunt. Gerald pulls the bat back, takes upstairs. And I believe that's a 3-0 count now. Waiting for the call from Bill. But yeah, it is 3-0. So see if Gerald's taking it all the way here. She is. Ball 4. Runners at first and second. Of course, we've got the Yankees qualifying for the postseason over the weekend in Major League Baseball. And had football yesterday. The LA Rams continue to do well. New England Patriots don't. There's a ground ball on the bunt to the first baseman. She'll throw to the second baseman covering. And boy, nice recovery that time. And I've talked about the second baseman for Canute. Got a good pair of hands. Brianna Elliott went down and got that one. But for the third straight inning, Mangum will put runners at first and second with less than 2 outs. Reese with a sacrifice bunt. Throw down towards third base, and it gets away. And that'll allow Hussey to come in and score. And well, I'm really not sure what happened there. Keely Hussey coming in to score, and I don't know why you make that throw. As a catcher there, Madison Taylor. It's a dangerous throw, and threw it down the line and just kind of gave it away there. Mangum will take it. Now discussion going on at home plate. Nicole Rogers at the plate for Mangum. Count on Nicole, 0-1. That's Haven Gilbert, isn't it? Okay. The Haven fool on that one. Count 0-2 on Haven. She acted like that bat weighed about 1,000 pounds there. Haven swinging a miss. She'll strike out. So Gilbert gone. Second out of the inning. Nicole Rogers, who was in the on-deck circle now, will step in. Rogers 0 for 1, reached on an error. Chance to drive home a run from third base. Tries to bunt her way aboard. Strain fields, sets, throws, and not in time. Safe over there at first base. When Nicole Rogers showing that blazing speed. Bunts her way aboard, gets an RBI as Victoria Geralds comes around to score. And Mangum now leads it by a score of 2-0. Haven't exactly tattooed the ball in the inning, but it doesn't matter. We've got a couple of runs across the plate. Small ball here. And when you're playing a team as good as Canute, you better get them any way you can. Pence with a hack here behind third base. That is a fair ball. Dusty Pence had a vicious cut at the ball. Hit it off the fist, and it just simply looped over the third baseman's head. Fell into fair territory. And that'll put runners at first and second now with 2 gone. So Dusty with her second hit. She's 2 for 3. Here's J.C. Nippert. Nippert takes a strike, and it's 0-1 on J.C. So it took 3 1/3 innings before we got a run across. Nippert back over the screen, and the count is 1-1. And I'm laughing because the catcher, Madison Taylor, who's a good one, all but shoved Bill Ferguson out of the way and tried to get to that foul ball. Half swing there, Nippert gone on strikes, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum comes up with a couple of runs. 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on board. We've played 4. Mangum now on top 2-0. Classic hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
2-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Mangum and Canute in a good one. And due up for the Trojanettes here in inning number 5 will be Abby Janning, Sydney Thrasher, and Kristen Wright. Number 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Janning fouled out to the catcher her last time around. Fouls this one back to the screen. In the count 0-1. I'm talking about all the stuff going on in the sports world, but the NFL, college football, Major League Baseball, but boy, I tell you what, Tiger Woods dominating yesterday on the sports page. Line shot foul in the count 0-2. Woods leading from start to finish at the Players' Championship down there at Atlanta. It wins for the first time since 2013. What a week for I haven't won lately. Cleveland winning their first football game in over 2 years. There's a little pop-up. Drifting out into shallow left field. Now coming back to the infield is Dusty Pence to make the catch for out number 1. The Tiger hadn't won since August of 2013. But he did yesterday, and it was an unbelievable sight as he came down the 18th fairway and thousands of people chasing after him. Sydney Thrasher looks at one outside for a ball, 1-0. At least soccer or golf fans are not like soccer hooligans. If that were a soccer situation, it would have been far different. Pitch inside for a ball. The count now 2-0 on Thrasher. Sydney grounded out to first her first time around. Speaking of which, down there at first base now for Mangum, Haven Gilbert. Pitch outside for a ball, 3-0. Looking back through the book, I don't know that Sydney Webb has given up a walk until I look and see that she has not. So 3-0 count here on Thrasher, the 8th place hitter. Ground ball back to Sydney off her glove, and everybody going to be safe as Sydney thought she had it, couldn't find it, and then it rolled away from her, and it gave plenty of time to Thrasher, the left-hander, to get down the line and get the infield base hit. So that'll be the 4th hit of the afternoon for Canute. Now the left-handed hitter, here's Kristen Wright. Wright's got one of those 4 hits. She singled in her only plate appearance. This one gets back to the screen and will allow Sydney Thrasher to take second base. And we shouldn't laugh at other people's expense, but that ball came up and hit the netting, and somebody had their Yeti sitting in front of them. The ball got the Yeti, knocked it off, and now there is a puddle in front of that fan. Downstairs, the count 2-0 now on Kristen Wright. So Sydney Webb staked to a 2-0 lead, gets the first out of the inning, then gives up an infield single. Down the count here, 2-0 to Wright. Now 3-0 to the 9th place hitter. And again, boy, you hate to give the bottom part of the order a chance to beat you. Bailey Wagner waiting on deck. Wagner 0 for 2, and she struck out both times. So maybe Sid the kid knows what she's doing. Here's a cold strike. And the count 3-1. Wind blowing from left to right, or right to left, depending on your perspective. Ground ball towards second. Sarah will flip to first. Advancing to third will be Thrasher, but there are 2 going. So a good job by Webb to come back and get the left fielder from Canute for out number 2. Bailey Wagner now steps in. Wagner 0 for 2, as we mentioned, struck out both times. Struck out to begin the first, struck out to begin the third. Fouls this one out of play and a count 0-1. And it's appropriate that there's college football and the NFL and the pennant races, Major League Baseball and golf, but what I find very inappropriate is the fact that they're playing preseason hockey. What? Called strike, and it's 0-2 now on Wagner. And they've been doing it for about a week. See if Sid the Kid can strike out Wagner for the third time here this afternoon. Now back to the screen. Good job by Wagner to foul off a pretty good pitch. It'll stay 0-2. Sydney Thrasher at third base. 2 gone. She's the first base runner of the afternoon to make it to third for Canute. And again, a good job of spoiling a good pitch there. Wagner hits it back to the screen. It's still 0-2. We talked about it. Still plenty of time to come on out and check out senior afternoon activities. After this one, a JV game, and then the awards will be handed out. A little pop-up into shallow left field coming on Nippert, and JC will look at Dusty Pence and say, I've got this, and does for out number 3. So Canute comes up empty in their half of the 5th. No runs in the frame on 1 hit. There were no errors and a runner left on board. We've played 4.5. Mangum 2, Canute nothing. Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
There's only one place for the best selection of items for Mangum's homecoming. It's Flowers Unlimited at 113 South Oklahoma. Your choices include 7 different mums starting at $18.95, 4 different garters starting at $12.95, several kinds of noise makers including the popular cowbell, lighted pom-poms, lighted jewelry, and candy snack packs. It's Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Back in Mangum as we get set for the bottom half of inning number 5. It'll be numbers 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Lady Tigers. They lead 2-0. Kyra Hussey set to lead it off. We talked about the weather. Tomorrow going to be warm, 86 for a high. Then tomorrow night, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms as Hussey will hit this one foul and out of play. And the count 0-1. And then on Wednesday, 50% chance of showers at a high only of 65. The low Wednesday night, 48 degrees under a clear sky. And again, fouled out of play on the right side by Hussey, and the count 0-2. Katie will have to wear some extra clothing if she's going to be running outside come Wednesday morning. Fastball out of the zone. The count now 1-2 on Hussey. 1-2 offering. Kyra, little bouncing ball towards second. Flip to first. Safe. Yeah, she bobbled the ball. I thought so. That's a good call by the umpire out there. That ball bobbled by the first baseman, Carly Morgan. A little flip from Brianna Elliott, the second baseman. And she was juggling the ball. There was no doubt about it. Now, Brian Bingham, I understand his point. He said you originally called her out and then said safe. And he's right about that description, but the umpire got it right. Hussey safe at first base on the air. So Sarah Rogers will step in. Sarah, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Single, struck out. Had the count here, 1-0. There goes Hussey. Boy, she got that base stolen easy. Kyra Hussey showing the wheels there. Count 2-0 now on Sarah Rogers. So Rogers an opportunity to pick up an extra run here in the 5th. Sarah, ground ball foul. Fielded by Richard in the third base coach's box. And it's 2-1. Final regular season game of the year, either home or on the road. Postseason beginning on Thursday against Chelsea. noon for the first pitch. Pitch inside for a ball. 3-1 now on Sarah. Chelsea is in the northeast part of the state, is it not? 5.5 hours. Yeah. There's a looping line drive caught in foul territory by Carly Morgan for out number 1. Rogers got that one off the end of the bat, but didn't get much on it. So this is what you're looking at if you're Chelsea. A 5.5 hour bus ride. Then you get to take on one of the top teams in the state at their place. Other than that, looks like a great Thursday. Sydney Webb now steps in. Sydney, 2 for 2 in the afternoon, singled in both of her appearances. And she's had a courtesy runner in Keely Hussey, and Hussey came around to score the last time. 2-0 now on Webb. Out in front, taking something off that time. Strain, and a good pitch by her. 2-1 now on Sydney. The other two teams, Walters and Hinton, don't have that far of a road trip in comparison to Chelsea. Sydney went up and tried to hammer one that was in her eyes and fouled it out of play on the right side. And the count now 2-2 on Webb. 1 out, 1 on here in the 5th. Mangum on top 2-0. Sydney trying to help her own cause right now. 2-2 pitch. Webb, little pop-up towards left. Going back is Kristen Wright. Still going back. Now it's over her head. Hussey rounding third. Richard going to waiver. She'll come in scoring. And over there at second base with a stand-up double, Sydney Webb. Well, that was a play that looked like it was going to be rather routine for the left fielder in Kristen Wright. But Kristen Wright, it just kept going and going and going, and kind of like the Energizer Buddy, went off the base of the wall in left field. Hussey scores from second. Mangum now leading 3-0. Keeley out at second as a courtesy runner. Victoria Geralds will bat for the second time this afternoon. Victoria walked and scored the second run of the ball game. Down in the count here, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Got a piece of it, and it's 0-2. Tough opportunity there for Madison Taylor, but able to keep the ball from clunking off of her. Time going to be asked for by Geralds. And now a conversation going to take place. Coach Bingham going to talk to Bill Ferguson. Trying to check body language here and see what this is all about. I didn't hear any chattering going on. What do you think, Katie? What was that all about? I don't have any idea either. It's just, we're in a position where we'd hear the same thing that Bill Ferguson would hear behind home plate. There's a pitch that gets away from the catcher. Madison Failer, and it'll go back to the screen. The count now on Victoria is 1-2. And advancing to third base is Hussey. She's there with only 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Victoria. When she fought off a good pitch there. And I've been impressed with Strain's ability to come with the off-speed stuff. A lot of times she'd slow down that arm motion, or there's a tail there. But she doesn't do that. She just really fools the hitters. A little pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is the second baseman. And Brianna Elliott will make the catch for out number 2. So Gerald's retired on the pop-out. And Kayla Reese now will step in. Reese, 0 for 1 officially. She popped out to the pitcher in the second and then laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt in that 4th inning that led to one of the 2 runs. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. Mangum with the 2 spot there in the 4th, and then they've plated 1 so far here at inning number 5 and lead it 3-0. That one nearly got back to the screen. Good stab by Failer. And the count 1-1 on Kayla Reese. Haven Gilbert waiting in the on-deck circle. Little fly ball into center field, but that's going to get over the center fielder's head. And again, fooled Leanne Thompson by that wind, and a stand-up double for Kayla Reese. where Reese gave it a ride into center field. And again, you looked out there and watched the eyes and the body work of the center fielder for Canute, Leanne Thompson. Thompson acted like she had a beat on it, but ball just kept riding away in that wind. And so now Mangum on top 4-0. And Haven Gilbert an opportunity here. Gilbert pinch hit back in inning number 4 for Mangum. She pinch hit for Tyler Panetta and struck out. She is 0 for 1. So out at second base, Kayla Reese. 2 gone here in the 5th. Mangum leading 4-0. Upstairs to Gilbert. It's 1-0 on Haven. One-0 pitch on the way to the first baseman. A little ground ball towards second. A couple of hops, and the play is made by Brianna Elliott. But Mangum comes up with a couple of more runs. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error. And a runner left on board. We have played 5. Mangum now leads it 4-0. Classic Hits 97.7.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. Proud to be a Bearcat booster. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the batting lineup for Canute due up here in the 6th inning. They trailed 4-0. Thompson shows bunt for the second straight pitch. And again misses, and it's 0-2 on Leanne. I wonder if Richard talked to his outfielders. Leanne Thompson, one of those that got fooled by the wind. Ball carrying quite well to center and left center field. Good job by Rogers to set up outside the zone, trying to coax either a strike out of Bill Ferguson or a hack at it by Thompson. Neither doing. 1-2 on the left-handed hitter. Same pitch, same result. Count level at 2-2. Leanne 0 for 2. She grounded to third and popped out to second. Left-handed batter. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Off the end of the bat, and it's foul. It'll stay 2-2. Good job by Victoria Gerald. Once she had a chance to get a hold of that one or at least touch it in foul territory, she did, because you don't know what's going to happen to that softball. To say it was squirrely would be an understatement. Again, hacked foul on that third base side, and it'll stay 2-2. Well, I was going to mention in the bottom half of that 5th inning that the Mangum kids didn't learn a whole lot about Maddie Lively getting hit in the head because they were hanging out all over the dugout, but now they've gone back inside. Boy, good pitch there. Webb wanted that one, framed nicely by Rogers. They couldn't get the call. It's full. 3-2 on Leanne Thompson. Pitch on the way to Thompson. There's a fly ball left field, and it'll be a base hit. Giving chase was Dusty Pence, but Pence at 5'0" couldn't rise up and get that one. So the leadoff runner aboard here for Canute. And the pitcher a chance to help herself. Strain, good-looking athlete, steps in. Nobody out, runner aboard here in inning number 6. Takes one upstairs for a ball, and the count 1-0. She's 1 for 2, singled in the first, and grounded out to end inning number 3. Canute, 1-2-3 fashion in both the third and the fourth. Swing and a miss here. Sidney took something off that one, and the count level at 1-1. Lady Tigers would love to see a 1-2-3 inning here, but it's going to take a double play to get that done. They've turned a few during the season, though. There's a ground ball, base hit, right field. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Canute. So those 2 runs that Mangum plated in that 5th inning, looming large right now. Madison Taylor will step in. Taylor, 0 for 2. She is grounded out and flied out. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1 on the catcher. And actually, that's Failer, not Taylor. Failer will hit it back to the screen. 0-2 now on Madison. We looked at Coach Bingham's lineup, and originally he put a T down and then remembered it was an F. 0-2 now to Failer. A little bit outside for a ball, 1-2. Been sitting here racking my brain trying to remember who the little left-hander was that played basketball for Canute. There's a ground ball towards Pence at second. Or at short rather, forgot to field the ball, and everybody going to be safe. Well, Dusty taking a peek at first base before she had the softball and commits the error. It'll be the first of the afternoon on Mangum. Now the bases are loaded and still nobody out for Brianna Elliott. Elliott tries to go the other way. That's foul. And it's 0-1. Canute years ago had a little guard, 5'7", left-hander. And I think actually went on and played at Nebraska for a while. Why in the world can I think of her name? She's a heck of an athlete. I keep wanting to say Kephart, but that was Brandon Kephart, who was at Lawton Mac and just terrorized the Altus Bulldog basketball team back in the day with his 3-pointers. Now he's the head coach at Altus. Call that a strike? Apparently so. 0-2. Wow. That may have gotten Brian Bingham off the bucket there. That looked to be outside. 0-2 pitch. Foul down the right side. It'll stay 0-2. I remember she played, I think it was a regional tournament, sub-regional, over at Granite. A little outside for a ball. The count 1-2. And I'm telling you, that gymnasium was packed. That may have been about it. Pitch in the dirt. Good job by Rogers to smother it. It's 2-2. When'd you graduate?
2000.
She actually may have been a little bit older than that. I was thinking more of maybe the late 90s. 2-2 pitch here, off speed, and Elliott got a piece of it. It'll stay 2-2. It may have been Kephart. Left-hander, guard, about 5'7". Had to be her. Huh?
Blonde-headed?
Oh, yeah. Count 2-2 here. Rogers went outside, got the pitch. Elliott caught on strikes. So a critical strikeout there for Sydney Webb, her first of the backwards K variety, and her first since the top half of inning number 3. Base is still loaded now for Carly Morgan. Morgan takes upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Carly. Morgan 0 for 2 in the ball game. Well, Webb would love a ground ball through the middle right at somebody here. Instead, it's a fly ball into right center field. Hussey giving chase, won't get there. It's off the wall. 1 run will score. Rounding third, coming in to score on the play will be Strain, and that is a bases-clearing double by Carly Morgan. When Morgan hit it hard, thought maybe it might curl back towards Hussey with that wind blowing across, but Kara couldn't get there, and suddenly we got a 4-3 ball game. Wow. So a double and 3 RBI for Carly Morgan. Richard going to go out and have a conversation with his kids. I know one thing he's frustrated at. There should have been 2 outs when Morgan came to the plate. Mangum with an error in the inning. And I'm sure part of the conversation was, look, they're too good of a team. We can't give them opportunities. And maybe some teams that you play throughout the course of the year that you make an error in an inning and it's kind of ho-hum, no big deal. But not against a club like this. And as you get ready to go into the postseason, the deeper you play, the more that becomes true. Pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 now on Abby Janning. Janning 0 for 2. She's fouled out and popped out to the catcher and shortstop, respectively. Takes upstairs for a ball. And the count now 2-0. Mangum in need of an out right now. Runner at second base. Just 1 gone. And 3 across for Canute. This one's foul on the right side, and the count will be 2-1. Regular season finale, postseason beginning on Thursday, as Mangum will take on Chelsea. Called strike. Janning doesn't like the call, and the count level at Abby at 2-2. Sydney with a strikeout in the inning. Another one right here would do her well. Ground ball back to Webb. She'll look the runner back. Now the runner will take on for third and get there easily. Meantime, Channing retired on the 1-3 put out for out number 2. Now make sure you get that sure out over there at first base. So the courtesy runner advancing from second to third, and here's Sydney Thrasher. Thrasher has grounded out and singled, takes a strike, and it's 0-1 on Sydney. Grounded out 3 unassisted to end inning number 2, and then singled in the 5th. We play in the 6th. Mangum by a run, 4-3. Called strike, and the count 0-2 now on Thrasher. O2 pitch, ground ball. Rogers has to let it play the hop, does. Throws to first in time for the out. The inning will come to an end. But not before Canute is able to plate 4 runs. 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits. There was an error and a runner left on board. At the end of 5.5, Mangum 4, Canute 3. Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need farm and ranch or mobile home or auto insurance or even life insurance, then your best choice just might be Steve Martin, Oklahoma Farm Bureau agent in Greer County. Steve, along with Rosanna Schuster, CSR, are ready to help you, including top-notch service. Greer County Farm Bureau office is located on North Oklahoma Street in Mangum. Give them a call at 782-3827. That's 782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Nicole Rogers set to lead it off here in the 6th for Mangum. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1 on the catcher. Nicole reached on an error in the 3rd, singled and drove in a run in the 4th. 1 for 2. Takes outside for a ball. The count level at 1-1. So Mangum up by 1, but love some insurance going into the 7th, because that part of the order that scored those 3 runs will come up again, no doubt, in inning number 7. Called strike on Rogers, and the count now 1-2 on Nicole. Dusty Pence, J.C. Nippert due up here in the 6th for Mangum. Way high. 2-2 now on Rogers. Some great artwork here this afternoon in chalk. A little looping line drive caught by the third baseman. That's the second time Carly Morgan has had balls hit her at her like that. And there's one gone. You talk about those soft liners that come right at you after a healthy cut, and you're not sure how quickly it's going to get on you. Morgan also battling brilliant sunshine right in her face. Dusty Pence will take a strike. 0-1 on the shortstop. Pence, 2 for 3, couple of singles. She's grounded out. Little looping off-speed pitch called strike 2. 0-2 on Dusty. Wow. 0-2 pitch on the way here. Outside and high. 1-2. Bottom half of inning number 6. Mangum on top 4-3. Pence hits it on the right side. And boy, I tell you what, the wind caught that one and made it dance. But Brianna Elliott able to stay with it for out number 2. Good play by Brianna. She's made a couple here this afternoon on the defensive side. So here's Nippert. JC. 0 for 2 officially with a sacrifice. Off speed, a little bit low, 1-0. Nippert grounding out 3 unassisted in the first. Sacrifice in the third. Struck out to end the fourth. Takes outside here, 2-0. Again, if you want to be a part of the senior evening activities, you've got time to do so. Nippert had a notion, laid off the pitch, and it's 2-1. Check that 3-0. They will play a JV game after this one and then do the senior presentation. 3-0 pitch. Nippert, the obligatory strike down Broadway. 3-1 now on the left fielder. 3-1 offering on the way. Nippert, little ground ball. Strain will pick it up, flip to first, and the inning will come to a close in 1-2-3 fashion. We will go to the top half of inning number 7. Mangum on top, precariously. 4-3. Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Louis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
All right, here we go now. Top half of inning number 7. It'll be numbers 9, 1, and 2 due up for Canute. And Kristen Wright will lead it off. Wright, 1 for 2. She is singled and grounded out. Grounds to Pence here. Dusty, the strong throw in time, will get right by a step. Great job by Pence, number 1, to get to the ball and then set her feet and fire in time to get the out. That'll bring Bailey Wagner to the plate. Wagner has worn the color here this afternoon. She is 0 for 3, struck out twice and flying to left, and takes outside for a ball, 1-0. So Canute with 3 in the 6th. 1 going here in the 7th, down by a run, inside now. The count 2-0 on Wagner. And again, I don't think. Yeah, she hasn't. Looked at the numbers there. Sydney Webb has not walked anybody here this afternoon. That one's found back to the screen. 2-1 now. You know, you love strikeouts. It's the sexy thing, kind of like home runs. But if you're just making them put the ball in play and let your defense go to work, that's not too bad either. Pitch downstairs. And that'll make the count 3-1. One gone here in the 7th. Here's a cold strike, and it's full 3-2. So Webb certainly doesn't want to give up a walk here in the 7th. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and for the 3rd time this afternoon, She has struck out Bailey Wagner. So 2 gone. Here's Leanne Thompson. Thompson 1 for 3. She has grounded out, popped to second, and singled and scored. Took a ball there, I guess. 1-0. Got 50-50 chance. That one's downstairs. He adjusts his hat, his mask. I wish he would give us the fingers. I've got 2-0. All right. 2-0 pitch on the way here. Called strike. That'll make it 2-1. And on a pitch like that, whether he showed us 2-0 or not, you know it was a 2-0 pitch. Batter taking all the way in the 7th, down by a run. 2-1. That'll be foul down the left field line. And now Sydney Webb and company, a pitch away from closing out the regular season with a victory. 22-5 on the year. I'm trying to go 2-2 over the last 4 games. Pitch on the way here from Webb. Ground ball, base hit, center field. Good piece of hitting there by Leanne Thompson. Went with the pitch. He hit it into center field. Kind of looked like Ichiro there. Just that slap single. So the inning alive for Strain now. Strain hit the ball hard her last time around, singled, and came around to score. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. It was Thompson who's at first, Strain who's at the plate, Madison Taylor who's in the on-deck circle that came around to score. The 3 runs of the ball game from Kaylee Morgan. Hit one off the fence in left center field. This one is fouled out of play on the right side, and it 0-2. See if Webb can shut him down right here. 0-2 pitch from Sydney. Ooh, looked pretty good. Richard and everybody else liked it, but it was low, 1-2. If you're a coach, you can live with your pitcher being down around there. That's a good pitch. 1-2 offering here. Lashed foul down the right field line, and it'll stay 1-2. Tell you what, Strain, good-looking athlete. She's done a good job on the mound here at the St. Clair for Canute. Well, we watched her gobbling up yardage. She scored on that double back in inning number 6. Runs well. Ground ball off the glove of Webb. Sydney will throw to first, but not in time. We talked about Strain's speed, and she'll show it right there. Second time this afternoon, the ball has just gone off the glove of Sydney Webb, and it's kind of fallen out into no man's land. So here's Failer. Madison officially 0 for 3 on the afternoon, but reached on an error by Dusty Pence her last time around to score, or last time around to hit. Came around to score. Takes downstairs, 1-0 now on Taylor. Runner at second base. That is the potential tying run in Strain. And count 1-0 on Failer. Again, down in the dirt. 2-0. Strain actually at first. Leanne Thompson at second. City been working behind this inning. Runners on base. Again, downstairs. Ball gets away from Rogers. She will not risk a throw. And they count 3-0. Richard going to come out and have a conversation with his kids. And I don't know if not right now, you just don't walk the bases full and take your chances with Brianna Elliott. While we've got a moment, I want to remind you football coming your way on Friday night as the Mangum Tigers look for their second win in as many tries in district play. We'll travel to the Bomber Bowl. Airtime is set for 6:30. And kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. And indeed, they will walk Failer. Load the bases. A couple of things that happens here. You set up a force play at any position. And then also you're facing somebody who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. In fact, struck out looking her last time around. Sydney with only 3 strikeouts in the ball game. Or I checked that 4. She's got 1 in this inning. Pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Only danger is here, you've got to throw strikes if you're Sydney Webb. Talked about her letting her defense make plays for this afternoon. Needs to do that here. Here's an off-speed pitch, though, taken for a strike. And the count now 1-1 on Brianna Elliott. Mangum trying to shut the door here in the 7th. They lead 4-3. Line drive right at Rogers, and that'll end the ball game. Boy, Brianna Elliott hit it hard, but right at Sarah Rogers, and the game will come to a close with Mangum winning by a final score of 4-3. Canute coming up empty in their half of the 7th. No runs, couple of hits, a walk, and the bases left loaded. Mangum wins it by a final score of 4-3. Back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Quartzview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Quartzview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Quartzview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Mangum Lady Tigers getting it done here today on Senior Day. They plated 4 runs in the 4th and 5th innings, 2 each, and then held on after giving up 3 in the 6th. And won it by a final score of 4-3 to finish the regular season at 23-5. Mangum 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors in the ball game. That was Sydney Webb, by the way, who came by there for you. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for Canute. Mangum wins it by a final score of 4-3. Webb 4 strikeouts in the ball game and just 1 walk, and that was that intentional walk there in the 7th inning to load the bases. So Mangum now will have a couple of days off and get ready for the postseason as they will entertain Chelsea coming up on Thursday. That'll be a noon start time. They'll play Chelsea, and then immediately after that, Walters and Hinton will play a ball game as well. So the stage is set. Postseason set to get underway. We certainly hope that you'll join us. We will be here on Thursday. Potential of a couple of ball games Thursday, maybe 2 more on Friday. Could be a full day of sports coming up on Friday. So again, Mangum wins it by a final score of 4-3 to finish the regular season at 23-5. The postseason awaits beginning on Thursday. Join me for Michael in the Morning every Monday through Thursday morning, or Friday morning rather, from 6 to 9, right here on your voice of Mangum Sports. We are Classic Hits 97.7.